And we are live. Hello, everybody.
And we are live.
See, now
Hello,
it says
everybody.
my mic is on.
See, now it says my mic is on.
I'm led to believe my mic was always
I'm
on.
led to believe my mic was always on.
OBS said my mic was off.
OBS said my mic was
echoing.
off. I'm echoing.
How?
How?
Try that.
Try
No,
that.
that still looks to be...
No, that still looks to be...
And you're the hype training while I'm having
you're the hype
tech
training
problems.
while I'm
Oh
having
my god,
tech
thank you
problems.
everyone.
Oh
I
my
will
god, thank you everyone. I will...
say that in more detail in a second. I'm just trying to work out what the hell is going
I'm
on.
trying to work out what the hell is going
I have
on.
a mic that doesn't
How I have a
exist.
mic that doesn't exist.
Could be camera mic.
Could be camera mic.
Maybe that source does not
Maybe
exist.
that source does not exist.
Okay, try that. Testing, testing. Am I still double? No echo? Lovely. Okay, yeah, for some reason saying testing twice was confusing though. Okay, yeah, I suppose that's a fair point. Well, this is the way to get back. Yeah, for some reason my camera mic had been enabled. Also, is my mic really high? My mic looks really high. I might turn the mic down a touch. That looks a little peaky. It does not sound high? Okay, I'll trust you. You're the ones who are listening to it, not me. Should we do the start again anyway, now that anything is functioning correctly? Hi, everyone. Welcome back. It's been a little while. Good morning, good afternoon, happy time zones, wherever you might be. I'm Emma. Welcome back to the House of Hubris here on twitch.tv/Saracent. There's a punctuation in there. Welcome back to Shadows Over Loathing. And yeah, like I say, it's been a little while between bar breaks and quiz nonsense and everything else. We haven't done this in a little while. Doesn't sound peaky, but slots and OBS both show peaking when it's just normal volume and also when it's peaking. God, it's good that all this software works in a useful way. Yeah. I've missed y'all. I've missed this game. It's, yeah, nice to be back. Before we get started, thanks to Charities Lady for the 100 bits and 39 a month resub. Thanks to Ladavi for the 7-month resub. We have a hype train going. It's something. I don't think you don't think I should call it quiz nonsense when I win? Why the hell not? I win at nonsense all the time. It's literally my specialism. So yeah. When we were here last, things were happening. We've come to, is it called Union City? I could have watched the VOD, didn't. Yeah, we're working for like an arcane investigations company because our uncle is in trouble. I think we've been dispatched to like go and find a cursed item in a factory somewhere. But most importantly, we got distracted playing with fashion, and now we have shoes that make us walk like a crab, and this is the greatest game ever. Let's get back to it. Oh yes, and also we have Gabby, she's great. Oh, and it's the 20s. Crab walk, perfect. Have I talked to you? Do I know who you are? Can I talk to you? No. Ocean City. And a gift sub from Charities Lady to CCM Maru. Congratulations and thank you. And also, y'all, please. Thank you genuinely so much, but also, again, it's the good nonsense. Oh yes, we have a magic to-do list. Either bribe or defeat the mob guys guarding the refrigerator factory. Cool. Side quests. Find some snackle cakes for Marvin. He suggested you try Hiram's Grocery, which I think is where we are. Test out the dubious grenades the guy at the Cola Wars surplus store gave us. Yes. Oh yes, and also we are resident Hot Butch, Jimbut Barflower. This is Gabby, our goblin sidekick. Apparently donating bits helps the train. Yeah, I mean, doing most things helps the train. That's how hype trains work. And thank you, Ladavi, for another 100 bits. And we have a sword and a haunted duck call and a turtle friend. God, there's a lot going on here that I am needing to remember. We have 3 XP, which is not enough to buy, like, anything. Cool. I am remembering how things work. Oh, right. This is actually depth mapped, isn't it? So I forgot that I have to go closer to people to talk to them. Also, get ready for a lot of bad American accents, because there will be those. A bored-looking hobo lounges against the wall of a decrepit building. Did I talk to you? Hi there. I'm Jimbut. Samuel? Cool, I'm looking for Hiram's Grocery. The big Hiram apostrophe sign suggests this is it. When? Have you been standing here that whole time? Why? Waiting for what? You're looking for work. I don't think you're going to find any work here, considering the story is pretty thoroughly closed. Yeah, it doesn't look to me like another store's going to open here anytime soon. Anyway, the running thing has been us actually trying to help unhoused people, so continue with that. Have some money. For those of you who didn't see this and haven't played Kingdom of Loathing, meat is money, and it's also literally meat. Deal with it. Here, maybe you can take a cab to a different store or something? He tips his hat to you and whistles for a passing cab. Well, good luck. Yeah, I assume there will be some kind of hidden side quest where, and we'll kind of get some kind of meta reward for repeatedly helping the unhoused, but also I do it because you should. This door is not excited about the idea of you going through it. We'll pry it open in a second. I just want to talk to Gabby. Hey, Gabby. You alright?
It sounds like a cat meowing.
Hi. Have you lived in Ocean City long? No, this is the same.
Yeah,
That's the voice.
yeah, that's 14 years.
Most of the voices will probably sound different. You know this. They're all spur of the moment anyway. But we've had all these discussions with you. Let's pry this door open with the crowbar. Wow. Your crowbar makes short work of the boards, and then they explode. It's gloomy, but we still have crab shoes, littered with various pieces of trash. Find a mercifully unopened tube of lip balm. You wrap a candle in tin foil, it's just weird trash, but if you then print the words lip balm on the foil, it's a must-have consumer product. Yep, that's economics, question mark? Increases sleaze armor by 1. Cool. Even mice would be disappointed with this shell. An empty shelf. Unless... No, it's empty. Unless... No, it's definitely empty. But wait! Listen, it's empty. I promise. They're fine. Oh wait, what's this? What? What? Just kidding, that's nothing. Yes, and also we've been arguing with the narrator a lot. The shelf is so empty it doesn't even have a shelf. The only thing left on this shelf is a pair of rusty tongs. Well, I'm an adventure protagonist. Also, enjoy the hype train emotes, everybody. You grab the tongs, wishing you had a different pair of tongs to do it with. I don't know if you all could hear that. The weather's being interesting lately. It's a magic weapon. Cool, we won't be using it, because that is not what we do. Nothing but trash on this shelf. Although that said, like, our muscle and mysticality are both 3. But I guess we do have a plus to melee weapon attacks. So cool, yes. That. Counter is dusty and long abandoned. Search. The register is empty. Unless you know someone who accepts mouse droppings as currency. I mean, there's a whole civilization of goblins here. We probably do. But what's behind the counter? Find an old invoice for a shipment from the Snackle Mills factory, which is marked as never having arrived. Factory's address is listed. Cool, we can go to a new location. Which... What were we trying to find? Ah, yes. Marvin wanted some snackle cakes. Can I remember who or where Marvin was? Okay, love the bloom effect there of just kind of walking out of the dark room and going, jeez. Leave this run-of-the-mill run-to-run-down store where you run afoul of renegades giving you the runaround and also run on sentences? Let's run away. Oh yes, no, Marvin was the kid sat on the post box. So much stuff. Also, you can just wander around until things happen. 2 goblins wearing shorts with suspenders and carrying... You know those things? Those marching band things? They're like an upright harp, except instead of strings, they have metal xylophone bars. Those things. What things? Are these real? I never did marching band. And I don't know what this would even be. Anyway, these goblins are carrying those, and they interrupt you.
Hi. Hello.
Hi. Stop.
You are intruding on the territory of the Glocklins Inn.
Am I? I don't know what a Glocklin is.
We are Glocklins. We are the toughest all street gangs in Ocean City, what you think about it?
Yeah, sure, you look pretty tough. You've got eyebrows and horns and everything. And marching band equipment that I just found out existed.
That's true. We do it.
Oh, they're just describing glockenspiels. Right. Because we're doing the Glock pun. I get it. Your, xylophones are pretty cool, too.
But xylophones, these are glockenspiels that we have.
Oh, Glocklins, I get it now.
I am so outraged over you. I think we shall a mugging do.
We're not good enough at bragging to scare them away. Ah well, combat time. We have Gottfried the Dinger. He's going to attack my turtle? Rude. And Gunther the Pounder. Doesn't know how to play the Glockenspiel, so they're just going to hit Gabby with it. I can cheerlead to raise everybody's stats, or I can debuff the opponent. I should probably debuff Gottfried so that he doesn't kill our turtle? He might still kill our turtle. He is still planning to kill our turtle. What do our items we have do? 5 sleaze damage. Toss to Gottfried, dealing 10 physical damage unless it malfunctions, in which case who knows. Well, we need to test these, so... Cola. Ow. Well, this is why you don't buy dubious grenades. I suppose I didn't buy them. They gave me these for free. Let's just save them. Bye, Hieronymus. And meanwhile, Gabby. Alright, yes, she can heal or she can deal 3 damage. That's not a lot. I would rather just have some of that health back. Why would they harm Gabby? This is illegal. Cheerleading time. That's a very good animation. And now we'll just kill Gottfried. And then you'll heal us again. Well, Cola. You know, I'm beginning to think all these dubious grenades might have been a bad idea. Suppose that's not why. That's why they don't call them completely normal grenades. Don't know why I'm taking the heal there, because we heal at the end of combat anyway. Yeah, just get saved. You won! That'll teach those goblins to do whatever they thought they were doing. We got some Glocklin pots. Increase the maximum HP of 5. But here we are, at the Snackle Mills factory. This truck is laden with crates of snackle cakes, the worst snack food ever developed. Well, let's grab some from Marvin, he did ask. You really take the cakes. Hey. They're the chocolate kind, which you never liked. Now we can't steal more? Well, I'm told they are bad, so... This crate is full of baking soda. The tarp is there to keep vinegar from getting into it. Ah, yes, there's probably a lot of atmospheric vinegar around here. Empty vegetable oil drums. Ah, we've got to investigate, right? We have enough moxie to squirm through this gap in the door. Looks like the abandoned factory has been occupied by one of Ocean City's various gangs of street hoodlums, namely the Doughboys. They're hanging out here in their leather jackets and white aprons, bragging about their sourdough starters and using rude words like focaccia and son of a brioche. Or they were until you made that huge racket getting in here. Now they're staring knives at you. And also pointing knives at you. And they're bread knives, which are serrated, so you really don't want to get stabbed with one. Whoops, indeed. Hi, guys. I'm just going to crab walk away and hide behind this mound of sugar. Cool. Atmospheric Vinegar is the name of your polyphonic spree screamo cover band. That's a very specific joke, and I appreciate it. Doughboys are clearly less aggressive than other street gangs, and they're glaring at you and muttering angrily to each other instead of having already attacked you. However, it's also clear that you aren't getting past them without a fight. Well, let's get past them with a fight. Wow, there's many of them, and they're quick. So we have Romberto the Loafer, Zuchneth the Tosser, rude. And we have dough babies who are there to heal them. When they said bread knives, did they mean knives made of bread? Probably. Come on, you've seen this game. Well, cola. Oh my god, it worked. Okay, so we can just kill him. I think let's just buff everyone. And then kill the loafer. And then his familiar runs away. And Gabby. Yeah, I have to do a heal. And then they both get hit for 6 with Doe. Hieronymus heals people. And back to us. Okay. Just a save isn't going to kill it, either of these, but I do have Rock or Cola. Cola! Just call me Coley Bryant up in... No, that's... No. Cease. Well, you're dead. And now, before this dough baby runs away, Gabby will hit it. Hurrah! You won. They could call you Too Much Soup, because you just spoiled those cooks. We got a freshly baked roll, a muscle +1, a clammy dough glob, and 2 of those, 5 sleaze damage. Got a chef's hat, which gives you a plus to magic attacks, so we might actually be set up to respec, we'll see. And a doughboy loaf, muscle +2 physical damage. I think that's the same as our saber. Also, Hieronymus levels up. Yay. Wait, what? So our fedora is giving us moxie and plus maximum HP, so yeah. Probably better, isn't it? Let's stick with the build we've already said we're doing. Really bet everything on these terrible snackle cakes. Oh yeah, how am I for XP? Not nearly enough to do anything with. Oh, there's more doughboys here. I might kill them in a second. This must be the boss's office, since it's the only office. Hey, shouts one of the remaining doughboys. Get away from that door, you muffin forker! Okay, fine. It's a little strange that this group of doughboys didn't immediately attack you when you were roughing up the other group of them. Maybe they don't like each other very much. Well, they will also have fights. Oh. Flower Storm. I can get money for posing in the new hat. That's right. I forgot that was a mechanic. Cola. Well, the streak had to end sometime. Let's debuff the other Flower Stormer before he Flower Storms at us. Wow, these are way tougher than the last set. Now we definitely need to be using Gabby to heal. Yeah, wow, this is probably bad. But hey, you know what can save this? Cola! Okay, 50% success rate. And now we can finish him off with a rock. And that's accomplished a bit. Okay, you're just going to debuff Jimbo, which is bad, but you know, arguably less bad than all this damage. Wonk. Heal, heal, heal. Unheal. Okay. Right, I'm out of cola. Got 3 stench armor. I can now only save for 4 and rock for 3. I could buff. That might be the thing to do here. Solid combat system in this, to be honest. What else do I have here? I have some healing, which I should probably do. Debuff an enemy by 3. Same. Go for 5 and cure poison. Go for 5 sleers. Let's just... Let's just stick this giant gauze pad on our face. Yeah, sure, okay. And then save you. Stop bonking. I will not go to any form of jail. Okay, rock. 3. Dough for 5. And save for lethal. And the loaf guy does not seem to be doing anything other than just reducing our... Well... the comic timing was great, though, you have to admit. Okay, so I can hit for 8. He has 13. Oh, and then dough for 5. Let's just finish this off, and then we can all go away. He left those doughboys in the dust. I think that's flour. Nobody cares. Ooh, shelves. Bags of expired flour. Painstakingly collect the least stale grains of flour from each bag and make 1 bag of good flour. How? Like, I don't know much about flour, but I don't know if I could tell stale flour from good flour by eye. Anyway, this is mana enriched. Ever since the advent of mass-produced magical flour, the cost of fire insurance has skyrocketed. That tracks. This shelf contains a lot of chemicals that don't seem like they should be in food. You pour all of the chemicals into 1 jar, shake it up, and pocket it. Sure. It's an arcane oven. We have a globule of glowing ooze. We have some mana-enriched flour. Let's make fancy food. We can make a glow nut. Gives us boost to mysticality and AP regen. I don't want mysticality, really. Basic foods? Radium brittle. That just sounds like a terrible idea. Okay, well, we might cook, or we might find some other things to do. Anyway, let's go into the boss's office. The leader of the doughboys, identifiable by the fact that he has a greasier hat and more rivets on his jacket than the other doughboys, if not by the fact that he's in the manager's office, doesn't notice you when you enter. He appears to be focused on several large piles of wet bread dough lying on the ground around him. Weird. Well, shelves. If you were interested in the history of the Ocean City baking industry, this shelf of receipts would be a treasure trove. You're not. That Foley. Oh, hate that. Hello. The boss doughboy is not taking notice of you yet, but he's probably not so dense that you can get any closer to him before he does. Well, can I find anything by squidging around in the dough some more? No? Cool. Okay, boss time. What the? Who the hell are you? Halva isn't really bread? Fine. Get the halula out of here, then. What's halula? It's a sort of Chilean flatbread. I feel like you're really scraping the bottom of the biscuit barrel with that one. Get out of here right now or I'm going to beat the crap out of you. Oh, that one's much better. What are you doing with all those piles of dough? Now there's any business of yours, but I'm perfecting my recipe for bread golems. Soon I'm going to be running this town. Oh, yeah? You and what army? Me and an army of bread golems. Were you not listening? Yeah, I probably shouldn't let you do that. You'd be lucky to get away with all your arms and legs. Rise, my minions! Rise! He waves his arms wildly, and the bread dough around him congeals into 2 large bread golems. Bread SWAT. That's an ability name. Thanks, Anonymous. Okay, so Ross Doman Shibata. Hits for quite a lot, 20 HP. Bread Golems hit for even more, but only 7 HP. So if I do a cheerlead, I can just kill them in 1. Hullamancer, yeah. I like that. And then if I debuff him, take him down to a 1/1/1, he's still going to kill Hieronymus, but, you know, some things can't be helped. Kill a golem. Get saving. That's a very good animation. Bye, Hieronymus. Nice having you here. Okay, Gabby. She can only hit for 4. Could just take out the familiar so it doesn't heal him. Oh. That bread golem has no opinions because it was targeting Hieronymus. Let's throw a rock at Rostchibata. And then save this to death. Seriously, that's a very good animation. Then heal allies for 6. Love that. And then just keep doing damage until he dies, I guess. We've got health. You feel slightly less difficult than many of your minions. Come on, guy. You won. Looked like those golems were only half-baked. We got Chibata's pants. What appears to be a pair of white pants is actually a pair of brown pants that are completely covered in flour. And we got 3 more mana-enriched flour, with which we can presumably do baking. And rifle through the desk to find a dough baby recipe. He found the recipe for those little blob guys that the dough boys have as familiars. And also a whole bunch of meat. Big fan of that. So what, can I cook a dough baby? No, I can only cook a glow nut. Oh right, I have to read the recipe yet. This is a recipe for one of those little dough glob familiars the Doughboys have. It calls for 3 cups of mana-enriched flour mixed up with something called sandwich cream and baked in an arcane oven. Huh. Okay, so we have the flour. We have various chemicals. Presumably we just have to get back to doing stuff. Until we find some sandwich cream. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's head back to Marvin. We did his quest. We'll get to the actual fridge factory at some point, probably. Some amateur wit has penned a mild bon mot on the wall of the bathroom store. Smile, but do not laugh. Well, we don't have enough moxie for a better bon mot. A mere mot, if you will. The bathroom is no place for humour. This is incorrect, but hey. Hey, Marvin. Any luck getting those snackle cakes? I'm really jonesing for whatever it is they use for frosting. Yeah. Here you go. Thanks a million. Here, take some meat for the cakes, and also I'll give you some sitting tips. 100 meat, nice. 10 XP and expert sitter. So good at sitting down, you make it look even easier than it normally does. Cool. Got some moxie. We have 35 XP, which is almost enough to get stuff. Almost. Oh, we never knocked on these doors. Who's there? Run. Run who? Axe. Sorry, I don't know anyone named Run Axe. Presumably there... Okay, the fact that we don't have, like, any words that seem to be repeated from the first set suggests that there is a passphrase here, we just don't know it yet. What happens if we say our real name? It's Jimbert. Jimbert who? Jimbert Bathflower? Sorry, I don't know anyone named Jimbert Bathflower. Okay. But what about you? It's Juff. Juff who? Juff Insurance. No? Okay. What about you? It's Amelia. Amelia Flash. There's a free alias for anybody who wants it. Let's head back to the boardwalk before I forget, because I do want to pose in that hat and get paid for it. You hear the ringing of cathedral bells and turn to see their source. Unsurprisingly, it is a cathedral. Unless you're just naturally surprised by cathedrals. Yeah, that's so big and pointy. Could be hiding around any corner. St. Polycarp's. Actual, real saint. Fun fact. We'll get there. Inventory. Hat off the chef. Yep. You're welcome, Tony. I do love that it updates the sign. That's very nice. Yeah, muscle is actually our lowest skill. And actually, are we still, like, buffed? We have our muscle buffed, and it's still our lowest skill. We really need to work on that. We need to blast our glutes. Or we could just be, you know, using a different kind of weapon. Because, yeah, if we could just switch to Mysticality for now. Nothing's saying we can't. We now have less HP and are very specialized, but we should be able to put out a bunch of damage now. Let's see. Did we talk to you? Oh, yes, you just glare silently. And, oh, yes, this is test your everything. Yes, I need to have 5 in all stats. One day I might get bored of the crab. Not yet. We'll check out the church one day. We'll get back on the main quest one day, but I want to go to... I think one of the hobos told us to go to Goldthwaite Park. Let's check it out. A pebble next to the sidewalk catches your eye. Using that exact same eye, you determine that it's no ordinary pebble. It's a petrified espresso bean. Petrified? Nah, I don't think so. But I know this because I'm a psychogeologist. We have energizing powder. Nature speaks in mysterious ways, but not before it has had its coffee. Sure. We're at the park. The park groundskeeper has inspected a clipboard with the panicked paralysis of someone who has so much work to do that he can't do any of it. Okay, A, rude. Game, why would you at me like that? And B, there's a term for that. In aviation especially, it's called helmet fire. Fun fact. Hi. Hi there, is something wrong? Huh? Oh, sorry miss, I don't want to seem rude, but I'm much too busy to chat. I'm stuck running this place by myself and there's about 1 million things to do. Well, I could use an extra pocket, mate. How about help out? That would be great, except the new city regulations disallow hiring random part-timers. This is a municipal park, only official government contractors are allowed to work here. The law against side quests? Outrageous. There's a bit of thorn in my side as far as I can tell. Not like any of these tasks are dangerous or anything. You got kind of a cagey look on your face when you said that. Okay, well, 2 of them are dangerous. That isn't even half. I submitted a request for help weeks ago and still haven't heard anything back. Well, you're in luck. It's me, I'm Help. I just happen to be an official government contractor. That would be terrific. Well, I'm going to need some proof of that. Would a non-government contractor have these muscles? Give one of these biceps a hearty slap. See these muscles? That's pure government contractor beef, pal. There's no substitutes. That's not really... Okay, you know what? I'll take it. Don't know why the groundskeeper sounds like he's a Tom Waits cameo, but here we are. Cool, what do you need me to do? Well, that depends. What kind of contractor are you? I'm, a landscaper. Perfect. Our carnivorous plants exhibition in the botanical gardens has gone out of control. Huh. When you say out of control, as in there's less job for prudent chairs and more for baseball bat with nails in it. The groundskeeper unlocks the maintenance shed behind him. Can't promise there's anything you'll need in here, but feel free to borrow whatever strikes your fancy. Excellent. Yes, I have a history of violence. I killed a phone booth. Well, it's not established that I won the fight. I fought a phone booth. But hey, free stuff. Park maintenance logs. They wouldn't be interesting even if you weren't just pretending to work here. Look, the last time I pretended to work somewhere, I pretended it so hard that it turned out to be true. Shelf full of various herbicides and weed-killing chemicals. Shelf laden with miscellaneous junk. We've got junk mail and a fuse. Allows various electrical circuits to work properly. And junk mail. Junk mail is a new technology that allows trash to be distributed to everybody, so that we can all share the effort of throwing it away. The more you know. Plate of homemade cookies. Oh boy. Oh boy. Physical armor +1. Solid. The locker, but it's not locked. Ooh, pair of spare overalls. You can tell they're spare because they say spare on the name tag. That's how it works. Their pants, +3 to maximum HP. Neat. Did I have other pants? Oh yes, I'm wearing Chibata's pants, which are giving me a mysticality pump. Well, that's gonna be what I'm wearing for now. Just reminding myself of everything. I may as well actually eat some other food, because at the minute the thing I've got is just giving me plus muscle, which I've already determined I'm not really using at the minute. Let's take +5 HP. Turns out the ingredient that makes it dark isn't rye, but charcoal. And we now have Glöckling Gesundheit. Very efficient from a nutrition point of view. Filth splattered statue. It's a grime bedecked statue. It's filth splattered, crud splattered, and ordure covered. Where did he say the plants were? Oh, probably in the greenhouse. That would make sense. Ah, a map. Great. Lepidopteratorium. I want to believe that that's the appropriate name for a beetle habitat, so I'm going to. Wait, Lepidoptera. No, it's butterflies. Brain. Yeah. Coleoptera is beetles. Cool. Good that we had this talk. Also up to the science centre, where they would probably tell me what other words mean too. Sign about those pointy rocks. Presented to Goldthwaite Park, November 13th, 1922, by Margaret Rosewood, Ocean City Comptroller. A few of my favourite pointy rocks. Huh. Looks like part of it's been graffitied. Interesting. Pointy rocks. Let's go into the greenhouse. You enter the botanical garden to find it overrun by dangerous-looking weeds. Yikes. Here we go, triggering my thing about carnivorous plants. Also, there's a tea stand where the man looks very concerned. Drinking plants while looking at plants. Northern beer barrel cactus. Note, beer removed due to prohibition. Control system for the botanical garden's extremely complicated watering system. A nervous-looking teen mans the tea counter. You have hearty wheat tea, so thick it's almost a porridge, muscle +1. Triple mint tea, mox +1, and weak mushroom tea, mysticality +1. Well, I'll buy some of that, because this is a potion, not a food. You drink the tea, and by the time you've even thrown the cup away, you're feeling enough smarter than usual to realise that you probably shouldn't have thrown the cup away. Nah. Cups are all single use. We have lucidity. Get it? Northern palm tree, do not punch. Narrator, don't tell me what to do. Okay, I suppose that's on me. Ow. Can I do it again? Can I do it? No. Plain sword leaf. There's a really sharp stalk of it that you could probably take if you were careful. Grab it. A sword leaf leaf sword. Oh, it's a moxie-based melee weapon. Oh, do I respec again? And it causes bleeding. Because, like... Oh, and we have a broken coconut hat. It's a broken coconut. You can't remember where you got it. Who could say why? Because, yeah, how high can we get our Moxie? We go to hat, and... Moxie is the stat if this isn't a weapon, use it anyway. Correct. I mean, by that logic, this loaf is intended as a weapon. But sure. And then, yeah, if I got some triple mint tea to increase my Moxie. Minty. There you go. Now we are so Moxious. Let's see if we can defeat these plants through the power of other plant. Those plants do not look like they belong here. I mean, yeah, they're not even potted. Yet. Okay, you're going to kill Hieronymus, you're going to kill Hieronymus, and you're going to debuff everybody. Well, that's the one we kill. Sorry, Hieronymus. Let's buff everyone, just because we can. And then whip this for 9 damage. I mean, look at that excellent fencing form. And then Hieronymus dies. Hieronymus. Slap this plant. Whip this plant. I probably should have thrown a rock at the other one. Oh well. It's fine. Like, we'll get our stats back at the end of combat anyway. Which is now. You've successfully weeded the botanical garden. Yay! And Hieronymus grows stronger. Maybe he'll stop getting immediately murdered. We did our job. The Joshua Tree, named for its discoverer, David E. Tree. The Wetlands Nasty Bramble, donated by a patron with no regard for the safety of the staff. Eyegrass. Caution. Avoid prolonged eye contact. The Highland Bone Bush. We are beginning to believe this specimen was donated as a joke. We did a job. Can we also be a different kind of contractor, please? Hello. I dealt with the botanical uprising. Well, good. Here's your official city payment. Thanks. Anything else you need done? It depends. What kind of contractor are you? A statue polisher. I guess. Oh, thank God, I sure wasn't looking forward to doing that job. I think those birds must be in leftovers from the old snack cakes factory. It's horrible. It's rag. Statue wife in rag? This is one of Joplin's less popular works. God. I feel like it says a lot about me that of all the dumb jokes in this game, that is the one that gets me. Yeah, okay, sure. Great. Let's wipe these statues. Oh, we need stench armor. Do we have anything that gives stench armor? Also, we have enough... to get blasted glutes. Or we could learn to brag. Or get 3 physical armor. Let's get some muscle. A thick, strong butt can stand up to the most vigorous of kickings. No comment. Now, do we have stench armor? We have hot armor available, physical armor. These all just do damage. We sure don't. Unless there's a potion. Physical armor. That just deals damage. Increase muscle by 1. Actually, now we've got that muscle skill, do we want to go back to our actual proper build? I think we should. This cheap cologne will increase our stench armor. You could smell worse. The cologne you sprayed on yourself smells slightly better than nothing. Yuck. So, also we want to change back to... let's use the bread. Why not? We just got this bread. And yes, we've only got 4 muscle rather than 5 because we have a different potion going. That's fine. Wipe it clean. Now you can get a good look at it. It's a statue of Corinthia Beschenbossel. Inscription: Mayor of Ocean City, 1805 to 1823. It's credited with putting Ocean City on the map by suggesting maybe we should build a dock or something so boats can park here. But this one, the Cola Wars soldier. War always doesn't change. Only watched the first episode of that so far, but it's good. May the forces of the Red continue to dominate and refresh forevermore. Dedicated in 1919 by the National Cola Association. But this one, it's the Cola Wars soldier. Soldier of a new generation. Here's to all those brave boys in blue who took the ultimate challenge. Dedicated in 1919 by the Ocean City VC Dub. But this one, granite sculpture of an owl skeleton. Neat, I want that. This statue, hand-chiseled from photo reference and enchanted to drive away mice, was gifted to Ocean City in 1902 by Hobart Buppet. Hobart Buppet. And this one, it's Daniel Ocean, presumably founder of the city? Daniel Ocean founded Ocean City in 1770, and on his deathbed in 1804 requested that visitors to this monument only view the statue from the left, as he felt that this was his better side. I mean, you could just make both of them look the same on the statue. Come on, guys. Got a galaxy brain play this. Got the nasty statues clean. Thanks for that amazing opportunity.
No need to thank me. I was happy to provide an opportunity to work at Stiff. Here's your official city payment.
Cool. I'm also an exterminator.
Oh great, got some real trouble in our Lepidoc territory.
Your
Butterflies who... But horrible monsters got in and I'm afraid they're gonna hurt the butterflies. Some of them are rare and expensive.
Can you describe the monsters? Are they also butterflies?
Nope. I very deliberately did not get a close look at them.
Too many groundskeeper lines in quick succession. Well, this sounds awful, but alright. Oh, and I will go and get a muscle potion. Wheat tea. I'm just going to buy a couple of... all of them. Just to have around. I can sell this sword because it's literally identical to my bread. The crowbar has utility uses. The single shoe will never be as good as the crab clogs, let's be real. Maybe it'll have other uses, I don't know. Let's hold on to it for now. You know what? Perfect. Absolutely perfect. I'm going to leave you with these soothing tunes for a few minutes, because I need to take a short break. So, hey. I'm going to run some ads, and get up and move around and do the good self-care things to give myself a stat boost. You know, you should do the same. Get up, move around, have a drink, have a snack, take your meds if you need to. This is your reminder. and listen to the soothing tenor sax. And I will be back in a few minutes with more of this nonsense. And yes, I use the word nonsense entirely deliberately. Alright, let the ads run if you can. Love you all. See you in a few. Bye. We're back. Hello, everyone. This hobo is really going to town on that oboe. I didn't think that sounded like an oboe. I thought tenor sax. Doesn't sound enough like a duck. Anyway, hi. Hey, miss, can you spare a little meat? I can spare a lot of meat. His jaw dropped. Holy cow, miss, thank you. That's just surpassing kind is what that is. Mum always said I've got a heart made of meat. As is true of many of us. Well, I can't let this generosity go on repeat. One custom oboe motif coming up. What? He furrows his brow in concentration for a moment. Then he raises his oboe to his lips. He beams. Wow, that's terrific, thanks. Leave him to his oboeing. There's a little sign, not pictured, that says, please don't throw meat in the fountain, it gets real gross. Yeah, that makes sense. The maintenance hatch is locked. Okay, so here's the Lepidopteratorium. The world's least remarkable rock. Reassure it. Teach the rock to love itself for who it is. Because if you can't love a rock, something, can I get a hell yeah? There's a bench here, so people can sit and stare at that rock over there. Alright, butterfly time. It's the butterfly zoo. Gross. Cool. Hello, butterflies. Is it still a bird bath if it's for butterflies? Must be where the butterflies sleep and dream that they're Shuangzhou. Is that how you... That's a weird way of trying... That's a... Because, yeah, no, that... I was going to say that's a weird way to transliterate that, but that's just wrong, because it's Shuangzhou. Isn't it? Now I'm doubting everything I know. Anyway, let's attack this cricket. It's an aggressive giant cricket. Okay, so I can just kill one of these with bread. Hurling razor sharp chitin. Gross. Well, let's rock it. Don't stop now. And then bread this one. And then, can you kill it? You only hit for 3. No. Well, it's fine. We'll heal at the end of the fight anyway. Oh, and Gabby's immune to bleeding. Good to know. Was there a way to find that out? Anyway, we win. So, yeah, successfully exterminated 40% of the crickets. Go me. A bench for sitting on while bugs land on you. Sounds weird when you say it like that. How do I find... Can I see Gabby's sheet? No? Weird. Oh well. Great hits. Jesus. Just got bug zapped by an armed giant cricket. My AP. Well, allow me to take his everything. Gabby's immune to bleeding. Love that. You're going to kill Hieronymus. Don't love that, but not a great deal I can do about it. Bye, Hieronymus. And then this cricket. Dead. I should have thrown a rock at the other one. Me bleeding. I feel like this is going to turn into a Trivago meme, but no, I do not intend such. Victory. The last of the giant crickets.
Hey, hi, hello.
Hi. Gabby grins and gives you a thumbs up.
This is fun, getting into fights.
You like a good fight, Gabby?
Yes, there are not usually so many fights around here. What an excitement it is.
I notice you do a lot of slapping. Do you know how to make a fist?
What?
Here, look. You curl your fingers in like this and you put your thumb over them. Here. That's a fist. You squeeze that all tight and hit people with these knuckles. Here. It's more powerful than a slap.
Wow, keen as a peach.
Gabby's flap slap now deals more damage. Excellent. She's leveled. Nothing interesting to see about this bush? Boo. I know this is a silly game set in a different universe, but I'm still annoyed that we're writing Shrine Zero wrong. Can I say anything more to Oboe person? No? Okay. Hello, we did the thing. I got rid of the gross monsters in the leopard dude to boopium or whatever. Did you know they were actually Jen?
I don't know want to know what they were, thanks. I like to sleep at night. Here's your official city payment.
Thanks. And, but I'm a plumber.
Well, that's plumb convenient, huh?
Haha.
Our phones stopped running because it required a real specific water pressure. And the pressure we get in from the municipal water supplies got real unreliable lately. So I need someone to go down and adjust it. I'll unlock the manhole for you.
Cool, sounds easy enough. Where was there a manhole? Is it this maintenance hatch? Yes. Yeah, we're about to have to do a puzzle. The note says, stop messing with these switches. Fountain doesn't work unless the pressure is exactly 40 gallons per minute. Currently it's at 57. Time to reverse engineer some numbers. It's a very old manhole cover. Okay, so it's at 57 with A and D on. I mean, if it's just additive, A is 50. Ah, no, A is 49. Even if they're all off. There's still one. Do we have 49? We have a 29. And, yeah. Okay, no. It is a 50 and a 30. We just can't go to 0. We have a 15. 50, 30, 15. 7. And 3. So that should be 40. Got it. I can do basic maths. Yay, the fountain she runs. It appears to be founting correctly. Love to see it found. Cool. We did the thing. Anything else you need done? I'm also a security guard.
Security guard, that's awfully humble for a police officer.
What?
I mean, since the municipal police force was entirely replaced with contractors, you might as well call yourself a cop, right? All the rest of them too. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. There's a hobo that's been hanging out by the park fountain. I'd like you to move him along.
Is he causing trouble?
No, not as such. Everyone likes him. But busking in the parks against city ordinance and rules, you know.
Alright. Let's find a loophole. Hey there. I need you to leave the park. You what? Yeah, sorry, but the caretaker says you've got to go. There's a city ordinance against busking here, he says. Funny how that only starts getting enforced after I stop giving that bozo a cut. Cost you and I both know only the police can actually run me off out of here, and you ain't no flatfoot. Was this what he sounded like 10 minutes ago? I don't know. This is true. Could you leave as a favor to me? Well, okay, you seem like a decent gal. I guess I owe you one. I'll find somewhere else to tune on this old tube. Great, thanks. Now I feel bad. Displacing unhoused people. Anyway, we did that.
Did you beat him up?
What? No.
You sure you're a cop? Nah, just kidding. Here's your official city payment. Thanks for all the help. Goldthwaite Park's looking shipshape thanks to you. Here, take this for your trouble. It's been lost and found for years. Whoever lost it was gonna find it, they'd have found it by now.
When you apply bleeding, apply 2 extra. No, it was nothing. Do I respec again? Because we have 1 bleeding weapon and it's Moxie based. That's giving us Moxie. And then I drink a Dropliment tea. We're so monstrous. Anyway, we never went to the Science Center. There's a lot of science here that I feel should perhaps not be left unattended. There's complimentary dihydrogen monoxide. No thanks, that sounds dangerous. Discover your new favorite rock? I know about rocks. We know the names of every single one of them. Harvest the useful bits. Got some glowing ooze, some energizing powder, and some frosty flakes. I bet all of these I can cook with. Wondrous world of alchemy. Let's make some potions. So basic potions. We can make ones for cold armor, max AP, and plus mysticality. Or fancy potions. Plus mysticality and 3 magical weapons, 5 cold armor, or 2 max AP. Never had more than 1 AP. How would it even work? Let's find out. Oh. What? That used up our miscellaneous chemicals? We only get 1 use? Boo. Well, let's drink it. You struggle with the vibrating vessel and manage to get maybe a quarter of the liquid into your mouth before you spill the rest on the ground. Nailed it. There are gizmos here. This exhibit would be more educational if any of the gizmos were labelled. Hey, no. Check out this gigantic pendulum. You don't trust that pendulum enough to get any closer to it. It's the coil and an Edison coil having a fight. Excellent. Ow. Is this actually accomplishing anything? Who knows? Maybe I'll get superpowers. Hard to say. It's also quite funny. For all that it's just stick people, the animation is very good. Okay, we have done everything. We have completed Park. Let's wander the woods and go to the hobo camp. Find your path unexpectedly blocked by a huge pile of junk. A broken down car, a busted lamppost, a couch with springs poking out of it, and a wide variety of other assorted trash. Jeez, what happened here?
Oh, Gabby has a memory of it. There was an accident a couple of weeks ago. That car had a tire break and smashed on the lamppost.
Well, that explains the car and the lamppost, but why are they still here? What's with all this other junk?
City trash takeaways are all contractors now, and who wants to pay for it? Nobody. So the car waits there, and people put junk there because that's a place where junk is.
That makes sense. Well, I guess we go around. This has just all turned into a takedown of the gig economy, and I'm here for it.
No, not in the street. That's dangerous. Look at that lamppost for what a car can do.
Well, sure, but the traffic isn't bad right now.
Down here, it's not any problem.
Gabby starts picking up junk and stacking it out of the way, clearing a path through the middle of the pile. Thanks, Gabby, but that's not really...
Heave.
With a mighty shove, Gabby knocks the wrecked car over on its side and wrestles it into a parking spot. Wow.
Gabby sure showed that car where a car goes. Wait.
Gabby's muscle increases. Cool. I'm enjoying the little milestone leveling we're getting on the companions. Yeah, if this antiques thing doesn't work out, you could get a job threatening to park people's cars for them. But here at the hobo camp, music is happening. It's Howie, the hobo you met in that boxcar. Do I remember how any of these people talk? Who knows? Hey there, Howie. How's it going? Well, hey, if it isn't Jimbo. Nice to see you again. It's like that rumor you heard about hobo camp turned to be on the level. Oh, sure, the old hobo code's pretty trustworthy as a general rule. Pretty good in that harmonica. Thanks. You want to know my secret? Sure. I have only one hobby and all the time in the world to practice it. Ha! Ah. Yeah, it'll work. This is as cozy and inviting as it's possible for a barrel of burning garbage to be. Well, it's tradition. That's nice. Cool, we now have gold armor. There is zero risk of our knuckles seizing up due to the cold. It's the Oberhobo. Well, hey there, friend. What the hell was that accent? How's life treating you? Oh, I'm doing alright. Say I never got your name. Oh, I'm Obi. Pleased to meet you. Likewise, Obi. I'm Jimbo. How's the camp? Where's fam? Most of the fellas here have got all kinds of stories about their travels, and it occurs to me that maybe I ain't done enough of that. Feeling a wanderlust? Well, now, maybe I wouldn't put it quite that strong. Let's say a wanderthirst. New companion time? My weird new job investigating spooky antiques seems to involve a fair amount of travel. Well, now, you're a pretty cool cat, and that does sound interesting. Alright, I'm in. Cool. We heading out now, or do you want me to wait for you someplace? Sure, now. Gabby, mind waiting for me at Oliver's place?
Okay, you have it.
Alright, let's hit it. I'll miss Gabby, but now we have Obi. How you doing, Obi? Everything's copacetic, doll. Yourself? Dialogue time! So why an oboe? Why not, I don't know, a saxophone? Sax is a righteous instrument, but there's just something special about the tone and trill of an oboe. It's like a rare sunshine coming down from heaven. Wow. Also, it breaks down into a case the size of a library book. You ever try to carry a saxophone in a bindle? Been a while since I was in Ocean City. Don't remember it being this run down. Yeah, this old town, she's having some rough times. What happened? Beats me, I ain't hip to local politics. Tell you one thing though, it ain't a good sign when the city park's got to hire a random gal off the street to do security guard work. Yeah. No kidding. Spend a lot of time in Ocean City? It's a major rail hub, so yeah, I find myself back here on the regular. Been all up and down this coast a bunch of times though, and as far north as Windy City. Only that far. Why not all the way to Frisco? Yes, and Frisco, different place from where you're thinking. It's its own location in this. It's a long trip, and I'm not much excited about crossing the desert. Seems like a real hassle. I'll get to it one of these days once I figure I've seen everything there is to see on this end of the country. Are you from Ocean City originally? No, I was born in upstate New York. What town? You hadn't heard of it? Nowheresville. Man, I split that sea as soon as I was old enough to stick out my thumb. Doesn't sound like you miss it much. What's to miss? I got the whole world stretched out in front of me. Okay, we have looped. Excellent. Love having new people to do dialogue for. This guy's in a state of washboard-induced ecstasy. On Twitch. You're really going to town on that washboard. Yep, I love the fast staccato rhythm it makes. It is pretty good. I bet someday there'll be fancy electrical machines that do it real good. Then, though, folks call me Washi, by the way. Hi, Washi, I'm Jimbo. Actually, I've got nothing to ask, sorry about that. Hey, no problem here. Hey, I didn't mean to go into the shot box car. I'm still investigating around. Okay, that seems to be the end of there. More people. The hobo you met at the abandoned grocery store is slouching around and generally staring off into space. Hi there, Samuel. How's it going? Yeah, doing fine, thanks. Were you able to find any work? That's a shame. Right, yeah. Don't let it get you down. How's camp treating you? Yeah, it seems nice. Everyone's real friendly. That's great. Community's real important. Definitely better than standing on an abandoned street corner for months at a stretch.
Thanks.
I don't suppose there's any chance of a punchline where you suddenly say something really elaborate and completely understandable, is there?
No.
Yeah, just checking. Alright, bye. This is the hobo lady you met at the boardwalk earlier. She gives you a smile and a thumbs up. Hi there. Dusty, right? That's me. And your name was Jimbit? Got it in one. Great. How you keeping, friend? Oh, no complaints that would make any sense to describe. How you liking the camp? It's real nice. Everyone's real personable, even if most of them are a bit worky. I'm thinking of getting a poking game together if I can find anyone with a full deck. Aha. Bye. And Gus, the guy we met in the rain when we got here. Hi, Gus. Why, hello there, Jimbit, I believe it was? That's right. Always a pleasure to have another run-in with a friendly acquaintance. Nice the rain lit up. It is nice. I do enjoy the rain, but I also enjoy dry clothing. I see the sort of guy that's comfortable in any sort of weather, eh? Yeah, I do my best. Can't stop a rain cloud by crying, after all. And in fact, when you get right down to it, pretty much anything that happens to a person can be considered weather of a sort. Huh. True philosophical. Old Gus says if you can find the pleasure in any circumstance, then you'll never be a sufferer of misfortune. Ah. And here is a hobo lady that we haven't met yet. Hello there.
Well, hello there, dearie. I don't believe we've been introduced. I'm Veronica.
Hi, I'm Jimbit.
Can I offer you a cup of tea? It's homegrown, so to speak.
Found tea leaves around here?
Just about any leaves can be tea leaves with the right attitude.
I'm fine. Thanks, though. Like your hat.
Well, thank you. I grew them myself.
What, the flowers?
The whole thing. I'm trying to grow some socks as well, but they're much trickier.
Yeah, I can imagine. Alright, bye. This hobo is wearing a handmade tinfoil crown. Hello there, you must be the Hobo King. The crown gave it away, I presume. Yeah. Well, you are absolutely correct. I am the Hobo King, though to foster a more familial air, I permit my subjects to call me Johnny. Nice to meet you, Johnny. I'm Jimbit. What can I do for you, Jimbit? I've got a question. I apparently only have one question. Where are you from? Hoboken. Of course you are. And there's a phone. Hey, don't touch that telephone. Royal use only. This phone isn't actually connected to anything. Don't let it hear you say that. Alright. Well, let's investigate the boxcars, I guess. First up, the shut-eye car. Probably shouldn't mess around in here. You'll wake people up. That's fair. Or, I wonder if it's just the shoes are making noise. No. And walking like that is so disappointing now. But in the grab car, some fine music around here. Spirit lamps. Hello. Guys really jazzing up the place. Hi there, I'm Jimbit. Howdy, they call me 52 Teeth Thompson or just 52 for short. Huh. That's the 52 white keys on a piano. Nope. It's lucky they happened to find a piano for the camp. Oh, I bought this baby with me. On foot? Now, well, it took a few trips. It'll do that. Due to supply chain difficulties, the grub car is currently BYOG. Condiments are still available to camp residents. Well, that's nice at least. There are ample condiments, but you don't feel right taking any. Also fair and correct. But in the cryptography car, can we learn how to read Hobo code? A bewildering array of partially redacted nonsense. That's the slogan of this stream. The one thing these notebooks have in common is that you do not understand any of them. Wow, you haven't seen one of these in ages. Whatever it is, that's a telegraph, my dude. I don't even understand the titles of these books, much less their contents. This device seems to have music coming out of it. But here, a hobo is flipping through a worn book, occasionally stopping to check the strange machine next to him, and pencil some notes in the margins. Hi there. Oh, hello. You must be new here. I don't think I've seen you around before. Yeah, my name's Jimbert. Pleased to meet you. I'm Letters McCabe. Is there anything I can assist you with? Why do they call you Ladders? I'm an expert in microcryptography, aka hobo code. Are you familiar with it? No. What's that? It's a system of pictographic elements that can be written unobtrusively on walls or carved into fence posts, etc. They're traditionally used by hobos to leave messages for other hobos. My house where the occupants chat about, for instance, or the one of a vicious guard dog. That sort of thing. I'm working on expanding the system for more general communication purposes. That's genuinely very interesting. Is there anything I can assist you with? What are you reading? This is a hobo code manual. I can teach you the basics if you like. Absolutely yes. Spend 10 minutes or so going over the basics of hobo code with letters. Teaches you some of the most common glyphs. If you'd like to know more, just ask any hobos you meet. They're honor bound to assist new learners. That's the hobo code. Excellent. We can understand some hoboglyphs. We're a level 1 student. Neat. Thanks. Is there anything I can assist you with? What's with all this? Stuff is a little overbroad of a topic for conversation. Feel free to point out any particular object you want to ask me about, though. I'm always happy to be informative. Okay. Right. But this chart. Say letters. What's with this poster? Those are some general purpose hobo code glyphs I'm working on. There's a bunch of them are blacked out, though. Yes, well, they're still experimental, so I decided it would be wisest to take some precautions. Huh. These notebooks? Got a lot of notebooks here, letters. Yes, all my notes on the hobo code, more notes on codes and languages in general, as well as my studies on radio telemetry, telegraphy, and telephony. I think my aunt's recipe books is in there somewhere too. Should I write all of these in code? I can't make out a single word. No, that's just my handwriting. Oh. Hey, letters, what's this thing? That's a teletype machine that we salvaged when they shut down one of the local post office branches for cutbacks. We patched into the local telegraph network so we can communicate with some of the other hobo communities. That is neat. These books? What are all these? Manuals for various types of codes and ciphers, Legionnaire, Beaufort, treatises on several variations of common transposition, the classic Mormon jigsaw, German mix-up code, and so on. Interesting. There's a few books on old pictographic languages in there too. Fascinating stuff. Well, that's all great to me. Boom, language joke. Hydrate and stretch, good point. Yep, definitely need that. Oh, yeah. What about this radio? What's this contraption? That's just a radio. Oh, yeah. What the hell is this? This machine you're working on? This is an old naval radio encryptionograph from the Cold Wars. I'm trying to modify it to work with hobo code. That sounds hard. Yeah, it wasn't designed to handle a pictographic writing system, that's for certain. But if I can get it to work, it should be very secure. Some heavy duty equipment between this and the teletype machine. Yeah, well, I'm not at liberty to discuss it in detail, you understand? But secure lines of communication are going to be quite important if Johnny's plans are going to come to fruition. Well, now I'm intrigued. Sorry, you'll have to talk to him about it yourself. Alright. See if I don't. A desktop radio. What's with this? It's a ham radio. What's it for? Listening to stuff about ham. Gotta have a hobby. And this is a shoebox. Hey lads, what's in this old shoebox? Old shoes? Yo, welcome to them. You tried to pick up the box, but can barely lift it. Jeez, what kind of shoes are these? Hand-me-down boots. They've been passed from hobo to hobo for generations. Probably about 50 pounds of metal reinforcements on them by now. Heavy boots. They weigh your feet down. Wow. Alright then. I mean, the chances that they'll be better than Crab, very slim. And yet, I'm definitely tempted. So can I ask you all for hieroglyphs? Teach me any hypercode? Excellent. Just going to quickly ask everyone for hypercode. What if I stomp around and really wake people up? Interesting. Maybe there's items that will make me quieter. Can you teach me code? Also, did I say crescendo and decrescendo? God. Diminuendo is a word, guys. Hi, Johnny. Can you teach me hobo code? Yes. According to the hobo code, I am, of course, obliged to assist. But first, let me test you. Convince me of your worthiness, and I'll grant you a boon. I'll get back to you on that. I need to be able to brag, which I'm like 8 XP short of. All of 8. But also, Ladder said you're working on some kind of secret plan? Oh, did he? Yeah, he wouldn't say what it was, though. Certainly not. That information is mine alone to divulge. So, will you diverge? Divulge, even? You are practically a stranger here. I apologize, but I cannot just jeopardize operational security. Shucks. Fine, I'll learn to brag. How am I a stranger here? I know, like, everyone. But fine. Okay, we could go to the actual quest location, or we found a church. Which is obviously what we're doing. While meandering the streets of Ocean City, you encounter a man carrying a medium-sized piece of luggage. Not brief enough to be called a briefcase, but unsuitable as a suitcase for more than 2 suits. Nailed it. Hey there, friend. You look like someone who appreciates a fine pair of pants. Do I? What does that even look like? Astute, discerning, even dare I say it, perspicacious. I have never met anyone who dared to say that word before. Listen, I have got a pair of pants here that is gonna knock your socks off. What? He opens his case and pulls out a pair of slacks that are oddly stiff and shiny. Feast your eyes on these babies. What's up with them? They're waxed. Guaranteed grease-proof, and they're yours. Only 20 meat. Alright. Never know when I'll need Sleeve's armor. Great. This is one pair of pants you ain't gonna regret. Ooh, that's my rent for the month dealt with. Thanks, now, Miss Brewster's a real stickler. Miss Brewster? Yeah, she runs boarding house with me and a bunch of the other guys stay in whenever we're in town. If you ever need a room, you could do a lot worse. Cool. I mean, I have a room, but maybe there's people I can buy other stuff off. But now... No, okay, this is going to somewhat break the church vibe. Hobo code knowledge. The code says, meat stash, 4th tree to left of church, back row. Interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4. Little hole in the tree. We got an old wallet. Maybe there's some meat in it? Well, let's find out. Nothing interesting in it. Unless you're interested in a bunch of meat. We are in the money. And the money is not yet in us, because generally you have to exchange it for some kind of comestible first. Don't eat coins, kids. Is that Yankee Doodle Dandy? No, what's the other one? It's London Bridge. By Fergie. Oh. Scripture. An unpleasant hymnal. There's something unsettling about this book of hymns. Maybe it's the fact that every instance of the word God has been replaced with some kind of weird shifting ink blot thing. That sounds like something we can uncurse. Cracked open to deal mysticality and spooky damage once fight. Neat. Hello, Bishop. It's a bit... Okay, not Bishop. Vicar. He seems agitated about something. Hello there. Oh no, what am I going to do? I was going to ask if everything's okay, but plainly not. Oh, I'm sorry I didn't see you there. Services are cancelled for the moment. What's up? One of the urns has been stolen from our catacombs. Stolen! This tiny cathedral has a catacombs. Well, it sounds nicer than basement. Are they important ashes? A saint or someone? Oh, my goodness. We wouldn't keep the relics of a saint in a little cathedral like this. Our urns are just the ashes of former vicars and community leaders and so on. They're all important in their own way, and the bishop is due to arrive for an inspection soon. Funny how bishops always seem to be just about to arrive for an inspection somewhere. What? Yeah, I'll look into it. No, thank you so much. Here, I'll unlock the door so you can have a look. Mind your step on the way down, please. Those stairs are old and steep. Sounds like a terrible idea. Isn't the cathedral's font? Or more properly, typeface? Oh, God. Please don't disturb the altar. Oh. Alright, let's go. Hello, ghosts. Spare urns? Nope. No, I wanted to look at the spare urns. It's a big crate full of identical empty burial urns. Must be spares. Fancy pedestal with an old urn on it. Also that. Fancy pedestal with nothing on it. One candle left unlit. We don't have anything to light it with. Patch of tomb moss growing on the wall here. That's the thing. It's the guest book. Last 3 visitors were Don Huckabee, visiting from Saskatoon. Well, that seems like a dead end. They sure have some weird names up in Canada. Charles Wallace, 111 Blanket Street. Huh, the address of the antique store. I'll have to ask Charles about that the next time you see him. Captain Augustus Dirch, 23 Kerwin Avenue. Might be worth following up on. Well, we might as well sign it. We were here. Nice. Very old manhole cover. That very old manhole cover keeps turning up, and I am intrigued. Feels like there may be some kind of future functionality there. God, there's so much happening. While I'm here, I should probably go back to the Cola Wars store to report on the grenade situation. A well-dressed man flags you down. Excuse me there, my good lass. Might you have a match on your person? I do not. Well, that just won't do. What if you should have cause to set something alight in future? Here, take one of mine. Cool. The man tips his hat to you and scurries off before you can thank him. What a strange exchange. Well, we can go and light that candle. Hello. Hi.
Hello. How's the grenade project going? What's this voice? It sounds probably nothing like how I sounded before, but it's how I sound now.
I threw all 6 of them and 3 of them blew up in my face.
3 out of 6 isn't too bad. I think I can still sell them. In exchange for your research, I'll give you a discount from now on.
How much of a discount?
200 meat in total savings across all future purchases. Here you go.
This seems less like a discount and more like a flat reward.
I just don't like doing arithmetic.
And that's valid. But also, importantly, we got a bunch of XP, so now we can learn to brag. Is there anything good here? Oh, we should probably buy the hat, if only so we can get paid for it. And likewise. While I'm here, I can talk to Charles. That was you, right? Yeah. Hey, good to see you up. Had quite a morning already. That bookshelf over there, just bought it. It's a real rare find, Jim, but it came from a 17th century cargo ship, the Mustflower. Oh, that's quite a provenance for a bookshelf. Yeah, it was the ship's wheel. Captain brought the Mustflower to dock. Couldn't steer, drove into a starfish hole, thing sank instantly. Anyways, anything I can help you with? So you're naming the visitors book in the crypt? Oh, sure, I do a little whittling to pass the time now and again. Sometimes I go to St. Polycarp's to look at their gargoyles. Here, have one. What is this accent? He opens his desk drawer and tosses you a little wooden gargoyle on a leather cord. Lost one spooky armor. Neat. Let me ask you something. Charles seems preoccupied. He keeps checking his pockets and the drawers of his desk. You lose something? Yeah, I seem to have misplaced the chuck key to my drill. What's a chuck key, Charles? It's a little twisty thing for tightening the chuck on a drill. Any idea where you lost it? Well, it can't have gotten too far. Cord in this thing got stuck in the outlet, and it's not long enough for me to drill anything that isn't in this neighborhood. I can help you look for it. Oh yeah, that'd be great. Like I said, it's gotta be nearby. Just wander around, I'm sure it'll turn up. God, he's just... The longer he talks, the more this is turning into some kind of bad Rod Gilbert impression. There's a button on your map labeled Wander. Cool, we'll do that. Wander. In an Ocean City back alley, you find some strange graffiti and an unsolved long division problem. Well, we're smart enough to solve it. You make short work of long division. Cool, free XP. See a glint of metal underneath a nearby bush. Hey, this must be that thing Charles Wallace lost. Cool. I know what a chuck key is, but then my dad used to work at a power tool place. Oh, look, found the thing. That's it. Thank you. Where'd you find it? Under a bush? Oh, yeah, probably that bush I was drilling holes in the other day. Well, now, what can I do for you? I'm good. But we got XP. We don't need the uncursing machine, which suggests this hymnal is not in fact curse. Technical IP. Yes. Good. Cat. And then we leave. What was in this alley again? Oh, yeah, it's the speakeasy. I'm sure there's a bunch of... Oh. We hadn't even examined this in the daylight. In the daylight, it's clear this bank's been closed for some time. The door to the bank is fastened with 3 locks, and that's the maximum possible level of security. What about 4 locks? In 1928, 4-lock systems are still dismissed as unachievable liberal fantasy. Under the welcome mat? Not a bad idea, but if you're going to lift the welcome mat, you need to know what you're looking for first. Oh, we've got to be punchy. Do I? How much stuff can there be under a welcome mat? Well, just a key to the bank's front door, as it turns out. The security at this place is inconsistent. Cool. The Cerberus building alone have kept a spare key under the front door mat. That might have something to do with why the bank's out of business. We'll use that in a second, but there's code here. Sandwich, April 18th, 1858. Well, now we have to go and check this. Find something interesting. A flattened sandwich has been carefully concealed in the folder for that date. So that's what that code was all about. Pressed ham panini, 3 physical armor. Neat. And we get more XP because we've done a lot of archive searching. So yes, we need to keep an eye out for code. How much hobo code do we have? Level 8. Yeah. But yes, Cerberus is a very good thing. The door's locks are modelled on the monstrous mugs of the great hound Cerberus, 3-headed guardian of the underworld's banking sector. Each of the 3 heads has a name: Phylax, Methapon, and Sneaky Pete, and a keyhole deep in its maw. Now, oh god, that's just brought back some real memories, because Sneaky Pete was like there were like a triumvirate of deities in Kingdom of Loathing ruling over the different, like, stat builds, and Sneaky Pete was the patron of Moxie. And I can't remember what the other 2 were, but they weren't these. Well, it's a familiar name, let's do that. Strange. He turns over and over in the lock, but nothing happens. Something's sneaky about this Pete, alright. Okay, what about Methapon? Key fits in the hole alright, but it's a labyrinth in the cylinder. You turn and turn and hit click after click, but nothing results. And Phylax? The head of Phylax lets the key inside easily enough, but offers up incredible resistance when you try to turn it. Heracles would have to use up all 12 labours just to get this thing going. Okay, so we're going to need a bunch more stats to get in there. And that's fine. There'll be time. Let's go back to the hobo camp, because now we can... Hands in the air, girlie. You're on tin lizard turf, and this is a sticker. Turn to see a woman in oil-stained coveralls pointing a gun-like tool in your direction. What? Is that a corking gun? Stick up isn't usually such a literal phrase. Actually, it's a grease gun, so I guess it's more like a slick up. Gross. Everybody's a critic. Give me a wallet. All 12 labors to get tech going. What is it, a printer? Woof. Anyway, grab a gun. You pull out your wallet and nervously fumble it, dropping it at the woman's feet. When she growls and reaches for it, you swiftly grab her wrist and twist the grease gun out of her hand. Hey! Yeah, looks like the grease is on the other... lug nut? Honestly, I don't know anything about cars. You're going to regret messing with the tin lizards. I'm going to regret touching this filthy grease gun more. Now, go on, scram. Moxie plus 2 sleeves, ranged weapon. This isn't really intended to be used as a weapon. That's never stopped you before. Boris Jarlsberg and Sneaky Pete, that was it. God, memories. Nice and smooth, in the words of Ray Davis. Yes, so we need to learn to brag, because we now have a whole bunch of XP. Another great thing about you is that you're really good at bragging. Johnny! Can you teach me some hypercode? Convince you of your worthiness to grant your boon? Yep, let's brag. See my tongue. I can lift a 10-pound barbell with this tongue. No language can possibly stop me. Hobo code is an entirely written language. It isn't spoken. Did I say tongue? Oh, I meant fingers. Pens fold like paper straws and make grip. That doesn't sound optimal for writing, but I'll take it. You have earned a boon. Great. King Johnny takes out a small notebook, writes a glyph on it, and hands you the page. What's this? That is the hobo code symbol for boon. One of my favorite jokes. I wish I got to use it more often. Everything happens so fast in this game. I mean, yeah. That's very much the humor style as much as anything is. It's just, here's a joke. Don't like it? There'll be another one soon enough. Thanks. So about the secret plans? No, it's still practically a stranger? Bye. Presumably we need to meet, like, another hobo and we can get up to 10. Mel Brooks methodology. Yeah, I think of it as fast show methodology, but same. Let's go back to the crypt. Off to a meeting. Well, enjoy, or endure, I guess. Obi stops at the entrance to an alley and looks around. Hold up a second. I'm hearing a familiar melody. I don't hear anything. I'm in a metaphorical sort of way. Something I'm right on the edge of remembering. He taps one foot in thought for a moment, then his eyes brighten and he snaps his fingers. Climbing up onto some trash bins, he pulls down a box that was wedged behind some drain pipes. What thing to forget? Come to Papa, baby. What's that? He opens the box, revealing some smaller boxes and some tin cans. Genuine Cola Wars rations. Pork and beans, hardtack bread, a whole can of cola syrup, and combination tablets. You're in the war? No. I can carry a tune, but my feet are flat. Plus, I got conscientious objector status on account of being a pepper. God, the Cola Wars just keep getting more lore. Did that sound alert not work? Why did that sound alert not work? I think I had the sound alert source turned off when I was trying to figure out what was going on. This stuff is army surplus I stashed away against leaner times. You aren't planning on eating that, are you? Even in cans, it's still 10 years old at least? The beans and bread, no. This sip, though. This stuff doesn't go bad. It goes good. He pulls out a church key and punches a hole in the can. Nice hiss. Takes a swig. His eyes go wide. Whoa! Now that is what I'm talking about! I will take your word for it, but hey, you got more XP. Back to church basement. Nope. Light candle. Hopefully this doesn't preclude you from cursing the darkness later if you feel like it. Cool, that was just in service of that joke, but I guess we got 3 XP. Away from Cathedral. I guess I could just use the map instead of actually walking away. You stop dead in your tracks when you see 3 of those weird fishmen lurking in the mouth of an alley up ahead. They're peering around with their glistening, staring eyes and glurbling at each other quietly, until one of them notices you. It and its 2 companions start stalking towards you, making wet, growling sounds. Jeez, what even are you guys? Well, are you evil invaders, or are you natives that were displaced by urban development seeking to reclaim what's rightfully yours? The fishermen confer briefly. Oh, okay, thanks. As long as we're on the same page. No. I ain't got time for this malarkey. Get out of my way, chum. You shove past the fishermen, whose slimy hands can't find purchase to grab you and stride away. They glurble angrily at you, but either they're too startled to make any further issue of it, or they're trying to basically keep a low profile. Either way, you make it out of there unscathed, except for the fish slime. Phew. Miss Brewster's home for travelling salesmen. Oh, I see a thing. The rocks in the plant have accumulated quite a bit of grease. Must be because of their proximity to salesmen. Used for something horrible. Great. And this hobo code? Code says, nice lady, but she only likes salesmen. Not super useful to a non-hobo, but at least you got some translation practice. Can I knock on these doors? No. Okay, well, we will check out the boarding house in a few minutes, because once again, we've come to the break and still not got anywhere near the main quest. There's a lot of side stuff in this game, and unlike certain other games, I'm enjoying it. So, hey, I'm going to get up and just, stretch and have more water and all of the good self-care things. You should do the same. Get up, move around, have a drink, have a snack, take your meds if you need to. This is a reminder, and let the ads run. And, go and be nice to the unhoused population. I won't say or don't, because really you should do that. But cool. I will be back in a few minutes. Let the ads run. See you then. Bye-bye. And we're back. Hello, everyone. Sorry about the slightly extended break. I was offered some extremely nice non-dairy fruitcake. Didn't want to eat it on camera because nobody would enjoy that, or possibly somebody would, and that would raise more questions. And there's only so fast you can eat that. Anyway, should we check out the boarding house? As you enter the boarding house, you discover some kind of hullabaloo, or perhaps a kerfuffle. A stern-looking middle-aged lady is surrounded by 6 agitated men, all talking over each other.
Gentlemen, I insist you settle down at once. We won't get to the bottom of this with you all acting like panicked schoolchildren.
Miss Brewster, you gotta call the cops!
What this town calls police, I wouldn't trust to solve a jigsaw puzzle, let alone a serious crime. I won't have those hooligans turning my house upside down.
But there's been a murder. Somebody has to do something.
What you can all do is go to your rooms and let me think. Good goodness.
Men file up the stairs, abashed, but still fidgeting nervously. Hello. Excuse me? Miss Brewster sighs, exasperated.
I'm sorry, I don't have any vacancies, or, well, I suppose I do, but I can't let you have the room until this whole mess has been sorted out.
One of those men said something about a murder?
Yes, it's absolutely ghastly. One of my lodgers was murdered in the night. Nobody heard or saw anything. I'm practically at my wit's end.
Can I help? Maybe I can help. My name's Jim Bathflower. I'm kind of an independent investigator sort of thing.
Oh, like the Belgian fellow in the mystery novels.
What? Sure.
Well, that's marvellous. If you can solve this mystery, I can pay you quite reasonably.
Deal.
Thank goodness.
What can you tell me about the victim?
He was a travelling salesman. All my lodgers are travelling salesmen.
What did he sell?
Oh, they come and go so frequently. I'm afraid I haven't the foggiest idea.
Well, how did he die?
I'm not sure. The body is missing. Look, you'd better just go and have a look for yourself. He was in 3C. I locked the door so that no one would mess around in there.
Alright. I was about to say, why is one of them still down here? No, that's just Obi. Little note next to the phone says, do not use phone. Tiny oil painting, previous borders. Agreeable music at a polite volume. This potted flower, or nothing. No how, bathroom door locked. But what about this door? Only Miss Brewster's allowed into the kitchen. That's fair. But on the second floor... Let's go and pester everybody else first. Ah, fine, okay, I guess I'll do this investigation in some kind of reasonable order. Oh, shoes. Some high-heeled shoes have been carelessly left in the hallway. You're not sure which aspect of this would upset Miss Brewster the most? You got some extra high heels. Are they going to be better than Crab? It's a very high bar, but these are some extra high heels. That's very good. Seriously, for very simple art, the animation on this is just mwah. I'm a big fan of this. As somebody who is, an expert on being extra high. Which sounded worse when I said it out loud, I suppose. I'm tall and like to wear dramatic shoes. That was all I was getting at. Alright, let's check this out. You unlock the door and put the key in the secret pocket you use for things that won't ever need to be referred to again. It's nice that we have one of those. You step into room 3C and discover, holy crap, a massive pool of blood on the floor. And like Miss Brewster said, there's no body in sight. Are we sure they're dead and they weren't just a blood salesman? I'm just putting that out there now. That's my bet. Blood salesman. His throw rug looks pretty ordinary. Does it? No, that looks like some lesser Key of Solomon nonsense. You roll up the rug and, whoa, what the heck? There's a crazy occult diagram underneath it. There's a crazy occult diagram on it. The lines and glyphs appear to have been burned onto the floor. You see little blobs of melted candle wax at the points of the dodecagram. It even smells faintly of weird incense. Some kind of ritual killing? Great. Like a regular old murder wasn't enough. Yeah, okay, that is the joke. That is literally the same design as is on the rug. And that looks like hobo code around it, but I'm not being offered anything to do with it. An ordinary wash basin. No clues here. There's also a mirror. Let's check ourselves for clues, because you never do know. I've read the murder of Roger Ackroyd. Spoilers, I guess. Hi, Jimbert. Hey there, good looking. Ah, we changed our expression and it sticks. I wasn't sure if it would. Scowl. Worry. Cringe. Freak out. Close eyes. And normal. What expression do I want? I quite like that look. I think it's a good look. Oh yeah, I was meant to go back to the pier and do a bunch of hats. The window's locked, so the killer must have come from inside the house. Dun dun dun. If I had a dun 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 on the soundboard, you would have got it then. I don't. I can offer up. Which is a slightly different vibe, you've got to admit. Nothing interesting about the bed, except that it's next to a massive pool of blood. Okay, no, this expression and these shoes don't fit, I don't think. Ah, look at the level of jaunt we have established. I don't know what verb I'm looking for there. Acquired. Fine, let's go and report back to Miss Brewster. Hello. We've come down the stairs extremely jauntily, looking very pleased with ourselves. We have investigated the crime scene. Stands by the kitchen door, looking stern, frazzled. Dazzled. Sure. God, is this where I got that habit from? Kingdom of Loathing. It could very well be. I reference it so much, and a lot of it worked its way into my speech patterns. Well, Miss Brewster, I've had a look in room 3C, and I look very excited about this fact. Did you find... Oh, no. Sorry. Did you find anything? Yeah, I found a huge pool of blood. It was really gross. Did you find anything else? Hubris? What was the hubris? Wait. A hubris with sunglasses. That's not reading particularly well on dark mode Twitch. Yes, it is. Okay. Bisexual hubris with sunglasses. I mean... Yeah, that's my bio. Felt like putting shades on it for the loathing. Yeah, valid. Yeah, I just couldn't see the shades at first. Thanks, dark mode. Anyway, yes. An occult ritual circle. What? Oh my goodness. You think it was some kind of black magic sacrifice? I'm afraid it looks that way, yes, ma'am. I've always felt a lodger's religion was no business of mine, but I won't stand for this one bit. And... like, I'm inclined to agree. I am very pro-individual choice and pro-everybody being able to do whatever the hell they want with their bodies and souls and everything else. But I, do have my limits, and one of them is murder. Are any of your lodgers involved with the occult, do you know? I do recall one of them specialises in selling occult supplies and paraphernalia, but I'm afraid I don't remember which one. You'll have to ask around. Alright. I can do this. Alright, let's start knocking on doors. 2A. Who's there? I'm not opening this door with a killer on the loose. This is a voice that keeps turning up. I'm investigating the murder. you have any information that would help? Oh, this is just a logic puzzle, okay. There's a salesman here who specializes in occult stuff. That seemed pretty suspicious to me. Which room's he in? I'm not sure, but it isn't the one above me. He doesn't live at the same end of the hall as the victim either. Thanks. Okay, so it's not 3A or 3D. Am I going to have to start taking notes? If this game makes me start taking notes, I swear to God. You knock on the door and a salesman sticks his head out. Yeah? Oh, hey, I know you. Sound very similar to Obi now. Oh, yeah, you're the guy selling pants from before, right? That's me. What's up? Wanna buy some pants? No, I'm just investigating the murder. Aha, yeah. Real grisly business. You needed grid paper? Oh, God. Do you know the other salesmen that live here? Not really, just the guy who sells those little danger pistols. He was complaining about the guy who lives right above him after drinking some bubbles. Guy, because he keeps making a racket dropping stuff on the floor at night. That probably doesn't help you much, though. Do you Americans all sound the same to me? Well, hate to break it to you. No, there were a couple of very mean jokes I was going there, but all my American accents may sound the same on account of I've got range, but only so much, and I am regrettably English. Oh God. Okay, let's take notes. Excuse the brief inside baseball as I make my green screen go all funky. You saw nothing. Do I own a pen? How can I never find a pen? It's true you switched tabs. Exactly. Everyone just agreed not to perceive me for a while. Do I seriously not have a pen? Why do I never have a pen? I swear I had a pen. There are so many pens in this house. I don't have a pen. How do I not have a pen somewhere? Got it. Have I checked somewhere it doesn't... I believe the reason you can never find a pen is ADHD. Okay, look, you didn't have to come here and be accurate at me, right? Emily, please. Have I checked somewhere it doesn't belong? Well, I don't know. If it depended, buried under an inhaler, a sheet of antihistamines, and a sculpt model of Metal Sonic, then no. I have pen, I have notebook. This has been thrilling television. Okay, so we have... 3A, 3B, 3C, which is the murder. 3D, 2A, 2B, 2C, 2D. Looking at your own desk, no judgment. Look, we're very similar people, and you know that. You always put pens back in the drawer or bag where you got them. Well, that must be very nice for you. Can't relate. So we know 3A is not the occult. 3D is not the occult. Now, are we saying the trinkets and baubles guy is the occult guy? Anyway, trinkets is above pistols. Okay. Your husband, however, does not. Well, there you go. At least he gets it. No response. You try the knob, but the door's locked. Okay. Locked. Room 2D, but really they're all 2D if you think about it. Look, knock on the door and a nervous-looking salesman peeks out. What are you doing out in the hallway like that? Don't you know there's a murderer on the loose? Yeah, I'm investigating that. Oh, thank God somebody is. What do you know about the other salesman here? I know there's a guy who sells occult stuff. I give him a wide berth, though. All I know about him is that he doesn't live in the room below the sunglasses salesman. I see. Neither of them are the victim, by the way. Okay, so... the occult is not below sunglasses. And both aren't the victim. Faster solution, burn the whole building down, problem solved. Excuse me, I don't think Miss Brewster would like that solution at all. I mean, the question is, how far are we applying formal logic to this? Like, the fact that he says, the room below the sunglasses salesman. What's she going to say should be a pile of ash? Can you stop advocating murder? For once. Yeah, when he says he doesn't live in the room below the sunglasses salesman, does saying that imply the existence of a room below the sunglasses salesman, which would mean the sunglasses salesman would have to be on floor 3? Or does it mean it is not the case that he lives... it is not the case that the room he lives in is below the room that the sunglasses salesman lives in? It's always kind of how rigorously are these things written. It does not necessarily imply there's a room below sunglasses. Yeah, by formal logic it doesn't, but I could see how people writing something like this might think it did. "3A says, hey there, something I can help you with? I'm investigating murder." Oh, no kidding. Yeah, I was hoping you could give me some information about the people who live here. I don't really know any of these guys. There's a fellow that sells jokes and gags somewhere on this floor, I think. And there's a guy that smells pets. You know. The least fortunate misread. And there's a guy that sells pants, but all I can tell you about him is that he's in the guy right below me. Fine. I mean, he is wearing sunglasses, so there's that. So, joke tell is on 3. Pants is not 2A. You might be a sunglasses salesman, or you might just own sunglasses. More of a sunglasses buyersman. No. But on 3B, the salesman looks out and he looks a lot like a door. Hello, who are you? I'm investigating the murder. Can you tell me about the people who live here? Well, I pretty much keep to myself. All I know about the other salesman is that the one who sells jokes and gags isn't the one who lives next to the one who lives above the one who sells brushes. Game. So, jokes not above. No, not next to the one above brushes. So basically, yeah. Yeah, so what that's saying is jokes is not kind of diagonally above brushes. And the fact that it says the one who lives next to the one who lives above the one who sells brushes, that does imply that there is a one who does that. That's how I'm reading it at least, and you cannot stop me. Brushes are on 2, presumably. And 3D? A voice calls out without opening. Hello? I'm investigating the murder. How well do you know the other salesman? I don't know any of these guys. Although I think there's a guy who sells brushes whose neighbors with the guy who sells pans. Okay. And presumably that's all the information we're getting. Brushes next to pants, right where they go in the closet. Exactly. Now, was it 2A or 2B that was saying about the trinkets and baubles guy? Oh, wait, we know who sells pants. We know who sells pants. You sell pants. And I know this because you sold me pants. So brushes is either 2A or 2C. What can I run from that? So that means 3B isn't trinkets. Being vague to avoid spoilers, I can get one more piece of information, and with how these puzzles run, I will probably need to. Communal hat rack, nobody's using it for the minute. Oh wait, what if I ask her about 2C? Ah. Excuse me, Mr. Brewster, who lives in 2C? They didn't answer and the door's locked. That's because 2C is my room. Oh. Well, can I have a look inside? Certainly not, that's private. You can't possibly imagine I would kill one of my own lodgers. That would be terrible for business. What's the point? Okay, so 2C is Miss Brewster's. So that means 2A is brushes. And the jokes aren't next to the one above brushes, so 3B isn't jokes. Trinkets is above pistols. And the only one on 2 that we don't know about is D, so that must be pistols. And this 3D is trinkets, and we knew 3D isn't a cult, so they must be separate things. And there are 2 left, and they're jokes and occult stuff. Well, and 3C, I guess we don't know what that's about. Jokes, sunglasses, and occult stuff. And so, 3A is not jokes. So yeah, so we have occult, shades, and jokes. Occult is either 3B or 3C. But we know it's not 3C. The occultist is in 3B. Then there's jokes and sunglasses left. And oh, and there's jokes and occult stuff left. No, jokes and shades left. And I've already said 3A definitely isn't jokes. So 3C, the victim was a joke salesman. 3A does indeed sell shades, which is why he's the one who's wearing shades. There you go. That was probably nothing on camera on account of it was all in this notebook on my desk, but hey. Okay, I've worked out who everybody is. I don't know who did the killing, but I know who the occultist is. I figured out who the occultist is. Maybe if we confront him with it, he'll either confess or give us some usable information. Are you certain you know which one he is? I won't have you accusing the wrong fellow. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Watch me have got something wrong. Alright, we gather everyone together at the scene of the crime, so you can do a dramatic reveal like in the novels. Sure. If you want. I must say, this whole murder business is simply dreadful, but it's the most interesting thing to happen here in years. Aha. Say again how you definitely wouldn't kill one of your own lodgers? Head up to 3C, and after a few minutes, Miss Brewster meets you there with the salesman in tow. Alright, well, I suppose you're all wondering why I've called you here today? I assumed it was so you could tell us who did the murder. Yeah, that was my guess too. Right, yeah. Well, as you can see by this weird circle on the floor, this killing probably had occult significance. Therefore, the most likely candidate is the occult goods salesman, who is the guy in 3B. What? No, I mean, yes, I do sell occult supplies. Now, as soon as he comes out of the room and is wearing that hat, that becomes more obvious. That isn't even one of my circles. Are you actually accusing me of murder? I don't remember how I sounded through a door, but now I sound like this. But no, I don't think you killed anybody. I think the case is twistier than this. Suddenly, the wardrobe door flies open and a salesman jumps out. Okay, I called not dead. I called blood salesman, but he's a joke salesman. Fine. I fooled you all pretty good. Because this guy sells jokes and gags and stuff. That's right. How do you like my new giant fake rubber pool of blood? Isn't it a scream? Yeah, it's pretty good. Here, let me give you something for being such a good sport, kid. Wear it in good health. A foot's ring. There's the insignia of the Fraternal Order of Travelling Salesmen, which is difficult to make out at this small size, but might be a farmer's daughter. Makes us more likely to encounter travelling salesmen. Now, if you'll all excuse me, I gotta roll this blood back up, and 9 people in this tiny room is 8 too many. Well, bye. Well, I must say that went quite satisfactorily. Here's your pay, young lady. You've earned it. 21 whole meat. But the XP is important too. Thanks, glad to be of help. I'd say I'll call if I ever need your services again, but I think one exciting thing happening here every few years is quite sufficient. If it happens again, I'm just going to throw everyone out. Good idea, because the chat's other option was worse. Put notebook and pen away with a vague air of triumph. Nicely done, thank you. Still not allowed in either of these rooms. Can I go and shout at that joke seller for wasting my time? Nothing worth going upstairs for? No? Okay, we've just despawned that floor forever. Bye. How am I for unspent XP? Another 47. Wow, nearly enough for getting another rock perk. Aye. Let's go to the boardwalk and get photographed in his hat. Oh, it's more Glocklins. Long before you actually turn the corner, you hear two Glocklins playing their high-pitched plinkety glockenspiels extremely loudly. By the time you actually get up to them, well, you're not totally deaf, but you wish you were. Jeez, you two, can you tone it down a bit?
Tone it down, say you. What about if we it up tone?
They start playing it even louder, like if someone loaded a Tommy gun with pixie dust and shot you through the ears. Well, have a music lesson. Look, friends, you're going about this all wrong. Don't you know anything about modern music? What's important is the notes that you don't play.
What? What mean you, the notes play we not?
I can see you have a lot to learn. You better start by practicing not playing any notes at all. Then, once you get good at that, you can focus on learning which specific notes not to play.
I'd see that this modern music and tricky businesses.
The goblins stare at their glockenspiels, carefully not playing them. As you leave, you hear one accidental blink, followed by urgent shushing and apologies. That's kind of great. Right. Hat photography time. We have this broken nut. We have this Cola Wars helmet. We have this Gus mask. That's a horrifying sprite. But hey, back to the hat. Effects we got on at the minute? AP from a potion, muscle from food, HP from booze. I forgot that was a separate slot. And oh, we're using a Moxie weapon. We should probably be eating some Moxie food. Do I have any Moxie food? Sure don't. Okay, bye. Okay. I guess let's go to Dirch's house and clear off our open leads. I guess. No more leads. A thin, nervous-looking man in a suit stops you. Excuse me, man. Do you fear for your safety in this dangerous city full of hoodlums and criminals? I'm not afraid of anything, least of all death. Overconfidence can be a real killer, ma'am. Fortunately, I have something here that can justify it. What are you selling? He holds up a small case and opens it, displaying a selection of the tiniest pistols you've ever seen. Oh, it's that guy again. Dangerous. With one of these up your sleeve, in your sock, or wherever you can think to hide it, personal self-defense is right at your fingertips. Ah, I conceal pistols legal in this state. What? Probably. Sure. How much? Yours for only 30 meat. Sure, why not? Thanks. You won't regret this purchase. It's extra small. It derringes. If the action verb doesn't say derringe when you're using that, I will be incredibly surprised. Well, there's hope code on all these stones. This rock is steaming. Comfort it. Sloughs off some of its rage with phlogistic resin. Of all the debunked theories of how fire works, this one is the one we've all agreed to pretend is true. Phlogiston is certainly something. Why do all these rocks in this yard have creepy glyphs painted on them? Weird. This rock has a date painted on it, 11/10/82. Jot it down. Hello?
What? What's it?
You've won a sweepstakes.
Fat chance, never know nothing. Hello? No sweepstakes, no how. Scram.
I'm from the census?
There's nobody ever in these poor arms.
Urns?
Five almost. Go away.
I think you might have our urn. Just an idea. Selling these fine leather jackets.
Don't whine. Bug up.
I'm the milk person. I'm the local milk butch. No. That sounded way worse. Less bad in my head. Moving on. Got your milk?
Don't drink that fat water. Get lost.
Alright. Well, that was an experience that we had, and we can't say we didn't. Let's go and check out that date in the Thingam newspaper archive. An elderly man with thick eyeglasses shovels up to you with a determined expression. Before you can react, he shoves some meat in your mouth and shouts in your ear. Fill in your own joke. Milk Butcher is definitely a new genre. I'd listen to it and you know that.
Operator, get my worthless son on the line.
Mister, I'm not a payphone.
That's what the last payphone said. Now I'm not buying it. Let me talk to my verschlugging son.
Brr, brr, brr. I'm sorry, sir. The line is busy. Please try again later.
I'll be gabbling one of his floozy girlfriends.
He shuffles away angrily. I should just love that instant acceptance of, yeah, I guess this is the situation, with the vibe of somebody who has had to do that before. You ever have to pretend to be a phone to stop an old man shoving some meat in your mouth? Don't answer that question. I have to go and read a newspaper from 1982 and walk incredibly jauntily. Sure. Yeah. The cover story for that date is the sinking of the Porquad, a whaling vessel that operated off the coast of Ocean City. The story goes that the wreck only had one survivor, Captain Augustus Dirch. Despite his best efforts to go down with the ship, he was rescued and transported to shore by a friendly otter. How simultaneously tragic and adorable. I'm tragedorable. I dig tragedy. No, I'm not going to read that out loud. You're welcome. If you're watching this on YouTube, sometimes chat is a cursed place. To the map. Let's go and talk to him about whaling, I guess. Or otters. Oh, you're the match person. I don't have a match. Yes, cool, I now have a match. I want to ask you about the Porquad.
Alright, you better come here.
This isn't much of a pirate voice, but here we are. Nightstand looks like it was dredged up from an old shipwreck. There's a blubber lamp on top. Examine it. It's a simple device, a glass vessel filled with whale blubber with a wick stuck in it. Blubber lamp really rolls off the tongue, though. It's a really delightful phrase. Blubber lamp. Great. Say it again. Blubber lamp. Wonderful. Say it again. Blubber lamp. Love it. Say it again. Blubber lamp. This is getting a little uncomfortable. I'm not sure I have this kind of relationship with the narrator. No. Oh, you know, fun. I could be giving Jimbert and the narrator different voices, but no, this is funny. The clips just write themselves. Oh, God. We've got work to do. An elderly grey cat. Try and pet. Cat shies away from your touch. You notice that he's wearing a collar that says Ishmael. Makes sense. Collar smells like fitful old man sleep. That's very specific. This fishing rod is caked in salt. Either it hasn't been cleaned in a long time, or the captain uses it to catch horses. Both very possible. Take it. Any chance I could just take this?
Well, that ain't mine. I think the cat dragged it in.
So is that a yes?
Oh, I don't remember the question.
Cool. Ooh, muscle plus 3. Combines the fishing pole and the harpoon in case you want to go fishing but you don't know what order of magnitude of fish you're after. And is it melee? No, it's ranged. My perk is about melee, not about muscle damage, right? Yes. So I don't think this is actually better than my sword leaf sword. Shelf full of nautical non-fiction. You are non-interested. If his career had been more successful, this would be a Commodore's commode. This wash basin is full of salt water. The guy's really committed to his whole deal. It's also about fishing in literally any depth of water for supplies. Yep, that makes sense. For example, this one. Do I have a fishing minigame or no, just interact? We got some saltwater taffy, that makes sense. Increases melee damage. Found to either invigorate you or angerify you, depending on how you feel about black licorice. Invigorate, definitely. There's no tarnished silver tray on top, but it's empty. Black above this urn says 5th Sailor, Barnacle Face, Less Handsome Jeff, and Peg Leg Johnny. Anyway, let's actually talk to you.
What do you want?
I'm from the Ocean City Watchfly. You know the newspaper?
Don't impress newspapers. No newspaper reporters neither.
Well,
Not audits.
fortunately, I'm only one of those three things. Can I ask you about the pork ward?
Nothing to say. Storm blown up and unexpected we hit a funny rock. All hands lost. That was decades ago where I bottom me now.
Well, it's a slow news day. What was funny about the rock?
Yeah, the 30-foot black basalt obelisk sticking straight up out of the ocean.
Can't say I have.
Me neither. I've been sitting on that roof for years.
So I guess when you said funny, you didn't mean as in, What's with the cursed rocks in the front yard?
I know nothing about those. Those are the day mark I put.
What, do they just come at the house?
You know, one pops up every once in a while. What's that got to do with anything?
Well, nothing, I guess. Interesting that the rocks are external. How many men were in your crew?
Well, Peg Leg, Handsome Jeff, and Liz, Handsome Jeff, no barnacle face.
He looks askance at the row of urns.
And loved one. For 5.
There is an upper bound on the amount of artificial rumble you can put on your voice before your vocal folds just try and escape entirely. And you'd think I'd learn this lesson. But if you think I learned things on this stream, you have not been watching. What was the 5th Sailor's name?
I recall he was new just now for the last voyage. Didn't go much. He felt, to be honest.
Eerie?
Okay. That's all I got to say about him.
That was not in... Anyone who caught what I was doing with that voice on that particular line, that was not intentional. Arrives sometimes. You have a lot of urns?
Crew's bodies watched go after time. Didn't figure they'd want to see very after what happened, so I had him cremated. Well, except...
Except?
Well, that 5th fellow was never found. I ain't recall how that urn got here.
Huh.
The member of the crew ran proper though, so he got much right to be here as ain't often.
Did you ever visit that little cathedral?
Sure, just go and pay my respects once in a while. Back before my knees started acting up. Got plenty of urns start to right here though, huh?
You talk to the urns?
Yep, we shoot the breeze. Relive old glories and such.
Say that like they talk back.
They do. I can see from your face that you don't believe me, so you'll ask me yourself, landlubber.
Guess I'll have a chat with your urns then.
If you got any more questions for me, ask them now. I'm tired of all this chit-chat.
I'm done, thanks. Immediately. Paid like Johnny? Hello? The end doesn't respond. Anybody there? Imitate the captain's voice. You look around to make sure the captain's asleep, then mutter gruffly to the urn.
Alright there, Johnny. You can speak freely now, say like I'm that no good landlubber.
Muffled, youthful-sounding voice replies.
Yar, Captain. What they want anyhow.
Nothing important. Basic landlubber prattle trying to sell newspapers and like that. No, never mind.
Hey, Captain. I mean, we've got to keep talking.
So, how things?
Oh, no problems, Captain. Everything's shipshape. Ha 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 ha.
Haha.
Always happy to chew the sea biscuit with you, though.
Sure, let's reminisce about old times.
Great. I love hearing your stories of nautical adventure.
Oh, instead of that, why don't you tell me how you got the name Piglet Johnny?
Well, it's because of my leg. Right, I've got a peg leg.
Sure. How'd you get it?
Got it because I lost the original leg.
Well, I'd assume so, yeah. Yeah.
Wait, weren't you there when it happened?
Time for man, I've told you that.
Handsome Jeff?
How you be doing, handsome Jeff?
Smooth sailing, Captain. You feel like talking over old times.
Sure, I mean, yeah. Why not?
Right then, which particular yarn from your past have you got on your mind?
Oh, actually, let's talk about you.
Me?
Next to you, less handsome Jeff, eh? Is judgment in your relative appearance literal, or it's more of an ironic reversal sort of deal? Yeah.
Well, you never... Wait a minute, don't you remember what we actually look like?
Yes, girls, you gotta go by.
You do a very good impression, I must say. What about less handsome Jeff? Anything on your mind, Captain?
What? What?
Oh, well, I don't know, just if you want to wax nostalgic about old times or anything.
Alright.
Right, so,
Uh,
yeah. So,
alright, those old times, right?
sure, right you are, Captain.
Those old times we had together.
Yeah, we sure did. Many of them.
Yeah, anyway, I'm glad we had this talk.
Barnacle face?
Everything going alright?
Aye, Captain, nary a cloud in the sky. What is that accent? Pirate.
Great.
Are you in a chatting mood?
Sure. Yeah.
Well, you know me, Captain, a man of few words and all. Have to listen, though.
Right, well, actually, I was wondering about your name there.
Barnacle face, what about it?
Well, I was just wondering why, of course I don't know why, but if you have any insight into...
I mean, you've never actually said that. You've never asked before, so I'd have thought you already...
Right, yeah, obviously already. Anyway, if you're not comfortable discussing it, that's fine.
Okay, yeah, good.
Yeah.
But hey, fifth sailor. So... Oh no, wait.
So, sailor, how goes it? I'd ask what's new, but, talking of one eye, matey. I suppose you never were, come to that. So, well, as you were then.
I could use some smokes, Captain.
What?
Smokes.
Smokes and cigarettes?
Aye.
Well, then earn one with cigarettes. Ah. Well, right then.
Just leave them on the table like usual, please.
Yeah.
Interesting. I think we can buy those at the Colour Wars surplus store. Music's going to drop out a second. I just want to try and get to the end of this quest line before we have to finish, so I'm just futzing with the ad breaks, and sometimes the losing focus makes the sound go, and sometimes it doesn't, and here we are in the former case. Back to the shop. You're unexpectedly surrounded by 3 Glocklins, menacingly playing their glockenspiels at you, which is a real trick if you think about it. Hey, what gives?
This is a mockery. He insists on it that you to us all of your meat give.
What, all of it? That's crazy.
I guess that is a little extreme. Say the instead 5 meat.
Yeah, right. You hand over your meat and the goblins thank you politely and strut away. I mean, we don't get any XP for that, so we probably shouldn't, but also, it's a comically small bribe. You sell cigarettes. Excellent. We should probably just... Let's just have a bunch of grenades that won't go off in our face. Back to Dirge's house. Come across a wall with a joke scrawled on it. It's only sort of ribald. Make it more ribald. You increase the ribaldity of the joke, and in doing so increase the ambient ribaldity of the surrounding area. Cool. Cigarettes. Approaching the 5th, you put the cigarettes on the tray and quickly hatch a plan. Approaching the 5th, and you put on Captain Dirch's voice again.
Your smokes be on the table as you be upon the table as you want it.
Appreciated, Captain. Then you hide behind the captain who's snoring in his chair. After a time, the bookcase slides aside and an unshaven, shifty-looking guy pokes his head out and glances around surreptitiously. Then he tiptoes over to the table, picks up the pack of cigarettes and returns to the secret door. The bookcase slides shut behind him. Well, what do you know? Secret door. It's the shelf that guy came out from behind of. Or rather, the shelf out of which from behind of which came to that guy. Again, that's such a running, just flashback of that being a running joke in Kingdom of Loathing, of like ending sentences with prepositions and then awkwardly rephrasing them to make it not do that. Stretch and hydrate. Good point. There's been a lot of pirate on my throat. Ah! You try to push the bookshelf aside, but it's locked in place. There must be a catch. I mean, literally. How about this book about secret doors? You tilt the book forward and nothing happens. So you pull the book all the way off the shelf and nothing happens, so you flip the book open and start riffling through the pages until you find one with the page corner turned down. A diagram on the page shows the 3 most common unobtrusive latch mechanisms for bookshelf-based secret doors, and on closer inspection, this bookcase is using the second one. Now you can open the secret door whenever you're ready. That'll do it. Hello, it's me. Hey, what are you doing in... You seriously about to ask me what I'm doing in here? Yeah, even as I was saying it, it sounded stupid. How did you find me? I hid and watched when you came out for your smokes. Oh, that was you, huh? I thought the captain's voice didn't sound quite right. What's the deal? Well, it's basically just what it looks like. It looks like you're hiding in this old man's house to rob him when he sleeps. In that case, it's not at all what it looks like. I'm listening. I'll admit, at first I was planning on robbing him. I figured an old sea captain must have a secret treasure, right? He wasn't a pirate. No, it turned out he's just a lonely old man with nobody to talk to except his own old sailing buddy. So I started hanging out back here and chatting with him through the wall. You didn't find it strange? He was a little spooked at first, but once I got a handle on how the different voices should sound, and learned enough to keep up with the anecdotes, he relaxed. It's nice to have someone to talk to, even if the situation is kind of weird, right? That's all. You do this just because you feel sorry for him. Yeah, well, I won't pretend I don't like having someone to stay rent-free. And his pension from the shipping company is pretty good. And his short-term memory is kind of bad. So he doesn't pay much attention to the fact that he's buying food for 2 people. He's a good guy and it's an easy life. Don't screw it up for us, okay? Wait, what is it to you, anyway? I'm here about the urn. Oh, yeah. It was probably a mistake. He had mentioned the 5th sailor a few times, so I thought he might like to have the whole crew together, you know. So I lifted a random urn from that little cathedral to fill the spot. Seemed like a good idea at the time. The vicar needs it back. Okay. It'd be weird if it just vanishes, though. Can you swap it for another one? Doesn't open them, so we won't notice if there's no ashes in it. Fine. Let's run back to the church again. Can I steal your bottles? A respectful salute to all these dead soldiers. There's water in his bedroll. He must also use it as a bath. Gross. To the church. Another petrified espresso bean. Get some more energizing powder. You remember when we had a main quest to do when we came into this episode? Let's get a spare urn. There's plenty in here, so the vicar won't miss just one. Besides, you've earned it. Okay, you don't need to go out all the way out. You can just open the map, Emma. Concrete that's absorbed a significant amount of magical sewer energy. We've got that before. That's now we have glowing ooze. The jaunty walk is really making this. Nope, these games are all side quests all the time. I mean, yeah, that's what I'm here for. Oh, I thought I was just giving you the urn. You glance over to make sure Captain Dirch is sleeping, and definitely swap the urns. Cool. And now, do I have any new interactions with you? Yeah, I did. Great, so we're square then. Everything's Jake. This is really shady, though. Let's be honest, this is literally vulnerable adult exploitation. And really shady and weird. You should just be honest with the guy. Yeah, I guess you're right. You gotta build up to it, though. If I just pop out the bookshelf at him, he's liable to have a heart attack. Or try to kill me. Well, good luck. Oh my god, I can fish in his bedroll bath. Perfect. 1 cigarette. Much less wet than it was when you found it. Gross. Can I talk to the captain? Get that albatross out of here. I mean, the evil rocks are still concerning. Back to the church. Pass by an alley where 2 women wearing grease-stained coveralls and welding masks are slouching against the wall and sharing a cigarette. They glare at you as you pass. Hey, isn't that the blister that Sweet Wendy was telling us about? They lower their masks and snap their fingers. The tips of their index fingers spark into white-hot flames. Tin lizards have mages. Ah. Well, let's weld their tailpipes shut. Okay, but what if you don't? But the tentacle buddy? What? 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 Yeah? Huh? Obi, I'm going to assume this is your fault. Okay, we have... we can just kill one of these with 1 hit. Steal Nelly. Dead. Oh, I should have used my AP for more things. Obi's on fire. Why do we have a tentacle? Do 2 hot damage or 1 physical damage and 1 bleeding. As well. Bleed. Why do we have a tentacle? Rock. Dead. Rock. Dead. And rock. Dead. Turns out being able to do multiple things in a turn is good. Concealing yourself behind a trash bin, you wait until the Tinders regain consciousness and limp away. Quietly tail them to a back alley chop shop that presumably is their gang hideout. Back alley chop shop's fun to say. It is. Not as fun as Blubber Lab, but hey. Hieronymus levels up. Save it for later. Legs give way, hit the ground. And if you don't know that reference, sort that out. Oh, I can't just put it on the pedestal, I should just give it to the vicar. Hello. Oh, it's you. Have you found our missing ashes yet? Yeah. Wonderful. I'll get this polished and reinstalled right away. Blessings upon you, my child. In fact, let me make that blessing literal. I have some holy water of St. Polycarp here somewhere. Ah, here we go. Takes out a little bottle of water and splashes some on your forehead. We now have St. Polycarp's forehead. It makes us musclier. Patron saint of bodybuilders. I don't think that's true. Nah, it burns. No, I'm just kidding. So whose ashes were in that urn anyway? Unfortunately, we don't know his name, but he was a sailor who washed ashore near here after a shipwreck. Some of the locals took him in, but he didn't survive the night, poor fellow. He was interred here as an act of charity. Was that about 50 years ago, give or take? Oh, no, it was more like 300 years ago. Huh. Well, we're musclier. Five, 3, 4 at the minute. We could probably do the 5-5-5 if we shuffled some equipment around. Let me just... Do any of these give passive stat boost? No. Oh yeah. Let's equip the evil hymnal for a bit. Get 1 mysticality from the pants. Let's try it for now. Then I'm still short 1 and 1 moxie. It's possible we could do it with potions and that, but I can't be bothered. Let's stay in our overalls for now. Reminder for time. Yeah, I know, I was just about to turn this off, but yes, this is really surprisingly engrossing. No, let's not even try and go somewhere else. Emma, let's just actually finish the game. Cool. Yes, not finish the game, finish the stream. The other thing, kind of the opposite. Right. Wrap up time. We are finally stopping. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for staying to the end. Genuinely means a lot. If you've been watching this, you know where to find me. But just in case, it's twitch.tv/Serasent. That's SERASENT. The House of Hubris, streaming every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 2 PM British time. That is 9 AM Eastern, 6 Pacific. Other time zones are available, but you can do the maths yourself. And if you can't, just give us a follow and get notified whenever I'm here. If you do miss anything, VODs are on Twitch for 8 weeks after the fact. For everything else, YouTube, link is down there. It says VOD Archive, or it is youtube.com/@HouseOfHubris, where you can find everything going back to the very start of the channel. That's over 3 years of content now. We've played a lot of games. Check them out. And while you're there, why not subscribe, and you'll get hot, fresh VODs in your subscription feed every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, which there will be a little bit of a hiatus with because of the bit where we weren't recording them for a while, but they'll turn up. And they'll be hot and fresh when they do. If if you want to support me supporting the local unhoused population financially, you can, of course, cheer or subscribe or start a random hype train that nobody was expecting on Twitch, but you very much don't have to. Just turn up and hang out, be chill and be good to each other, and then everyone's having a good time. If you want to find me elsewhere, links, or it's House of Hubris, pretty much anywhere. House of Hubris on Twitter, at houseofhubris.bsky.social on Blue Sky, at House of Hubris at kind.social on Mastodon. Don't usually do them in that order, that was weird. Or just Google me. There aren't that many people with this name. I'm on Podchaser, I do podcasts. There's a bunch more of those coming out at all times. Another episode of In Between just came out and it's good. Check that out. I don't know. This is beginning to sound weirdly begrudging. But anyway, the most important part is, if you like this, turn up again next time. We'll be back on Thursday for more Shadows Preposition Loathing. Alright. Love to you all, and I will see you. Bye-bye.